14th.
Hello viewers, today is Saturday, June 14th, 2025. We are here to discuss about the WTC Final that got over just recently. South Africa had a fantastic victory, thereby silencing a lot of critics who call them as chokers. So they just got the first big ICC victory by winning the WTC Final match that was played in Lords. So we have with us Mr. Sukumar to discuss about this particular game. Welcome to the program, Mr. Sukumar. As you might have watched, South Africa won the WTC final, thereby getting their first victory, first big ICC trophy victory for them. And the match was very interesting. And first of all, I just want to ask you about what did you feel about the match and how do you rate the performance of both the teams?
It is actually for South Africa. I really congratulate them. It is a victory after 27 years, and then that too in the ICC trophy. Earlier they were all coming up right up to the semi-finals and then choking at the important moments of the tournament. So breaking all these things, South Africa has really played really well at Lords, and then they won the ICC Test Championship for the first time. This actually really contributes to the even planning even before 2 years, I believe, because they played just 12 games. That is a mandate for any test nation to be competing in the World Test Championship of nine countries. Just played six series, 3 away and 3 home. All the series were only two matches, two test matches. So I think this is a very well planned and well executed by the board, combined with the players' performance in different conditions. And this final first 2 days were really bowlers friendly in the sense it was overcast, and then even both the batting teams struggled to get their decent score runs on the board. South Africa did not do well. That they just got all out for the 130 plus. So. They also gave a lead of about 74 runs to Australia. But the thing is, both the innings, South Africa really bowled well, especially their main quick bowler Rabada. He took about 5 wickets in the first innings and two in the second innings. Thus, he did not give any inch to the Australian batter to be comfortable in the pitch. But the thing was, after the 2 days, the conditions really changed in the sense. From bowling friendly to the batting friendly flat wicket, batter friendly conditions. That was even reflecting in the number of wickets that has fallen in the last 3 and 4th days play. So combining all these things, South Africa really planned and they executed the championship victory in a nice manner, and they really deserve it in the 2025 championship.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, because we have been discussing before this game off the screen, we have been discussing about the strategy for both the teams. Before the match even started, we were discussing, if you remember, that first day, whoever wins the toss or whoever bats first, they are going to find it very difficult to maneuver the bowling, because it's going to do a lot, because English conditions, generally speaking, first 2-3 hours or even up until tea, the ball will move. And we have been talking about how those red balls, I think they use a Duke ball, I think. So that does move a lot. And Rabada bowled brilliantly. But I think they were a little bit unlucky. They should have gotten them out at a lower score than what they eventually got, 200 odd runs, Australia. But what do you think about that strategy? I think Bavuma won the toss and asked Australia to bat. And that really helped him in this. When you look at the overall context of the game, he won the match by just putting them on to bat, because on the 4th innings it has become very easy to bat, or relatively easy to bat.
But this is really a good toss to win by the South Africa captain Bavuma, and he rightly influenced by the overcast conditions. He rightly put the Australians in, and after putting the Australians in, they also did really well. In the sense, first session they got 4 wickets, 3 from Baba, I believe. So they justified their decision in the field as well. They got about 4 wickets in the first session, and later on, second session in England, it is always the second session will be a bit easy. In the sense, Sun coming out, and then it will be bit easy comparatively to come to the first session. So what Bavuma did was really a good decision to field first, and he justified his rightly putting them and getting the Australia out by 212 runs. Later also, they didn't bat well in the sense they were used to made to face the overcast conditions with a very highly talented Australian fast bowling attack. So they couldn't get the score nearer to the Australian total, considering about 74 runs lead. Then the switch came in the sense conditions totally turned around in the sense even the last two batters of Australia managed to play about 30 to 40, 30 to 35 overs without being separated, and then they scored about the crucial about 40, 70, 50 to 70 runs they added. Even for 10th wicket partnership, they played about 20 overs. That shows that the wicket has flattened out. Even the movement was not there. Sea movement was not there. Air movement was not there. So everybody played to their reputation, and then even especially the Australians, they scored some crucial runs, but that did not matter because South African batters, top order batters, really played well, but there was no movement nor any lift from the for the bowlers in the third or fourth day of the test matches.
Yeah, so that's an important point, right? Typically, you see when there is a lot of movement, when there is a lot of movement in the air, also the sea movement, it gets very difficult to play in England. But once you have that, once the wicket slows down and you don't have these overcast conditions, as long as you stay at the wicket, we can very easily score runs in the sense that the wicket might get slower, but still you can, if you occupy the crease, then you can score runs. But this is where I think both the teams, Australia and South Africa, missed. In my view, I think there was no point in playing a spinner in either side. Keshav Maharaj, of course, you took one wicket in the first innings, and then Nathan Lyon on this side. If you really look at this game, the game on the first day itself, it proved that this game is not going to go to the fifth day. So there is no point in playing a spinner. In my view, in England, first test match, it's a early summer, there is no point in playing a spinner. Australia missed the boat by not having Boland in the team. Similarly, South Africa should have looked for another seam bowling all-rounder or fast bowler. They won the match. I mean, that's fine. But I think this is probably a good lesson, do you think, for India to really look at it and see if you're not going to play the fifth day, if the matches are going to finish soon, is there a need for a spinner in the team? I mean, what do you think based on this test match?
In coming test match, even Gambhir might think of playing all fast bowling combination. But we have tried a couple of times earlier, but that it did not work as we asked the desired of the team management because even when the bowlers were tired, this front end bowlers were tired. Even the other four or five bowlers, fifth bowler were leaking runs. So they were losing the momentum, whatever gained by the top bowlers earlier, first 90 minutes or so. And by one end of the session, it gets neutralized. So they don't want to. So keeping a spinner and bowling, ask him to bowl tight with the defensive field set. They might end the session with a nice note.
But do you think that both Australia and South Africa missed the boat because it's the first test match, it's an important test match, it's the only test match rather, it's a finals, and you know that English conditions, spinners are not going to really do a big, I mean, especially early summer, spinners are not going to come into the picture for the first 3.5 days. And given the history of all these test matches in the last few years, nobody is playing the fifth day. I mean, the matches get over in 4 days. So don't you think that both these teams made a mistake, even though South Africa came out on top at the end? Both teams, did they miss out?
Even to replace a spinner, they have to go only for a less experienced bowler in the sense they don't have a bench strength of as India has. If they are going to leave Maharaj, they don't think they have a real replacement for Maharaj to fill the place as a fourth seamer or somebody else. They don't have an all-rounder. The all-rounders are very scarce nowadays in modern cricket for various reasons. So even India has only Nitish Reddy. I think he will definitely play. But as to your conclusion, your opinion, Jadeja will left out then because he's an all-rounder slot. So he's a spinner as well. So that way, this is a very crucial, critical decision for the management to take, leaving out a spinner who is always an experienced spinner, even both in the case of South Africa as well as Australia. Netherlands, more than 500 wickets. Then Maharaj also has got done really well. India has only missed Ashwin earlier for the second spinner spot. So all these conditions, it's very difficult to have a immediate player replacing a spinner in these overseas conditions. But I do agree, they may not be very useful bowling in the first two or 3 days because of the conditions, the seeming
But
conditions.
Australia had Boland. He has been taking so many wickets, and it's so unfair to drop him and keep Lyon on the team when you know that this is everything is you have to play for everything. This is a WTC final. Anyway, that's what I think. Even though Cummins bowled brilliantly in the first innings, just like Rabada bowled brilliantly in the first innings against the Australians, Cummins bowled brilliantly in the first innings against the South Africans. But at the end of the day, it was a very interesting test match. I personally feel that Indian team management can look at this and see if there is a need to play the 4 full fast bowlers and a seam bowling all-rounder like either Nitish Kumar Reddy or Shardul Thakur, at least for the first match, and see how they perform. Because spinners will come into the picture at the later part of the summer, so they can always go back to Jadeja on the 3rd or 4th or 5th test. But there is no point in playing a spinner on the first test. That's what I feel. What do you think that based on this victory that South Africa has against Australians, will it give some cue for the Indian team management to select the right 11 for the first test?
See, Indian team management is totally relying on the practice matches and then list A games, so many things, and then they are trying to put out a combination because Indian team middle order is a bit new with new faces in the form of there is the newcomer, 2 or 3 newcomers there. So it is a bit dilemma for team management to pick. So they are only putting all the middle orders into the practice sessions and then into the practice matches. And from that, they might take a final call with the influence of the captain as well. So this is a bit premature to think of Indian 11 because about they are playing a practice game. India A plays with the Indian team. 2 or 3 day 2-day game, I believe. So the results will definitely have a bearing on the team selection. That is why I understand.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And we just want to finish the program by congratulating the South African team. It is a well-deserved victory. They have waited for so long. And I believe even AB de Villiers was there in the pavilion congratulating the team. He was very happy that they finally won a big tournament. And we congratulate the team, and special congratulations should go to Bavuma, who played well in both the innings, by the way, and in the second innings he was injured. So I think he led from the front, and it was a tough luck for Pat Cummins, who bowled brilliantly, but eventually it was a very good test match. And this is what I always feel, that this is a true test of cricket. I still believe cricket is logically equivalent to test cricket, not any other form of white ball cricket. So if you really are interested in cricket, I feel that test cricket is the best form of cricket to watch and enjoy. So with that, if you have any parting thoughts, go ahead and go ahead.
I really endorse your opinion on test cricket, but test cricket is the beauty of this because every session it changes, every good partnership it changes the momentum, and then it gives better edge for the team which has gained the momentum. So test cricket is very, very, very interesting, and it will go forever. But support from the spectator point of view is becoming less, and then I think these summer championships will definitely put a lot of influence into the spectator's mind, and then keep watching, and then they will all supporting the test cricket. So I also congratulate South African team for the splendid victory, especially led by the captain Bavuma, who was technically very sound, and then he played beautifully. In the sense he was playing very straight, and then despite his hamstring injury, he pulled on, and then saw that his team inches closer to the victory target of 280 runs. So congratulations South Africa team, and hope that you will continue to play very good cricket and then do a lot of ICC tournaments in coming days. Thank you, Suresh.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And guys, we'll come back with another program about cricket in the coming days. Till then, take care.